It's right where we're meant to be. Right how you move, all of the stillness in me. I learned to embrace the fire, all the pain and mistakes. So love is the only ammunition to fight the darkness of the day. Even the wise don't know. Running around in circles, needing a place to go. Maybe we don't need to run too far. Everything we need is right where we are. Time in motion, it don't stop for no one. We just got to live in the now. So just ride those emotions, recognize it's just a notion. Set your mind on the good things you got. Ooh, yeah. Dan Hill on keys. Some days I dream in color. Some days I wake in gray. Where there is light, that's where the shadows like to play. Oh, but isn't all of this just a test? There is a hidden strength and weakness. You gotta remember that you're blessed, and there is so much more beneath the surface. Ooh, time in motion, it don't stop for no one. We just got to live in the now. So just ride those emotions, recognize it's just a notion. Set your mind on the good things you got. Woo, woo. Mike Guevara. Buhay ay lilim na napapala, bigla na lang nawawala. Huwag limutin ang mga biyaya na ika'y pinagpala. Magpasalamat ka na lang napapala.
Hello and welcome to Live Jam. I'm your host Nina Liu, and gracing live in the Rappler newsroom tonight is our guest, Nicole Asensio. Hello.
Hello, hi Nina. It's a pleasure to be here. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I am nervous, but I'm happy to be here with these lovely gentlemen on stage.
Yeah, so
with
before
me.
we get right into it, you want to introduce the crew?
Of course.
Yes.
Well, on drums over there, we have Mr. Alex Bryce. And on bass, we have Ike Santa Maria. This sexy man right here, Michael Guevara.
Pun
We got,
intended.
yeah, pun very intended. We have Dan Hill on keys. And ang aking partner sa songwriting. And he's also the producer of these tracks, Mr. Gabe Dandan on guitar.
All right. Well, we're so happy to have you on board. And
Likewise.
you opened the show really nice. The vibes in the newsroom are, you're feeling nervous, but I would argue the vibes right now, very chill, very
good.
moody, vibey, which we love. And we don't actually get to hear often here on Live Jam. So it's nice to hear this sort of bossa nova even vibe. Am I correct?
Thank you, thank you. We're gonna explore a couple vibes today, and I hope you guys watching from home or wherever you are vibing with us.
Well, we are seated for that and can't wait to hear. But that first song you opened with, I believe it's not something our viewers might have heard if they're your followers or your fans.
No. This is the first time we've revealed this song. It is actually part of an EP that will be released on July 5, so a little more than a week from now. If you want to hear it on record, please pre-save the link. It's out now. It's called Changes Over Time is the EP title, and it features 4 tracks.
And the first one you performed, which is part of the EP, is called
Where We're Meant to Be.
Right, there we go. So I know it's just about to be released, but if you don't mind giving our viewers a sneak peek, would you mind telling us a little bit about what the song is?
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes we question ourselves and we wonder, oh, sana I was here na lang, sana ganito na lang ako, sana ganyan. Oh, bakit nangyari to sa akin? Ang dami namang, problems. And I question myself too. I'm pretty sure everyone does in a way, but the answer to all that, I realize, is we're exactly where we're meant to be for a reason. Whether it's to learn something or to celebrate something, we are where we're supposed to be. So that's what the song is pretty much about.
Well said.
So deep.
No, but it's really relevant right now.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope you guys can somehow feel what I feel when I wrote it with Gabe over here.
Gabe, is there something you want to add? I think you chimed in a bit over there.
It's like a continuation of the EP we made in January, Matter Over Mind. So the sound is like almost similar, but it's not then. So it's different. It's still different. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure your fans are looking forward to hearing that storytelling also in the new record that's about to come out. But for those who may be discovering you tonight for the first time here on our stream, let's go back a little bit to your beginnings or your roots. So before becoming a solo artist, you actually were in a band, which you founded. That was called Henra Luna.
Yes, that was a good number of years ago. All ladies, we're all still friends. We had a good 5 years making music, touring together, different genre.
Yeah.
But I think we all kind of went and did our own kind of music. So we're all pretty much active in the music scene, but exploring different styles. So it's pretty cool.
But before that foray into that group, I assume you were already into music way before then. Or is that assumption wrong?
Well, no, you're right.
Yeah.
In a sense that I grew up in a musical family, like many of the men here did. I just didn't think I was going to be a musician. So that's something. I'm quite a late bloomer compared to these guys. They've been doing music for a while. And I thought I was going to pursue a different path. I thought I wanted to be a journalist like you guys or a lawyer or something. So music is something that came along a little bit later, which is why I'm really grateful that I got to work with musicians of different generations. But not just by age, but by batch, because I learned something from each batch. Yeah.
Okay, well, that being said, you called yourself a late bloomer. That's an arguable term, I would say, because I suppose even if you weren't doing it as a career, before, you were already, would you say, a creative in terms of like coming up with lyrics or melodies or?
Yeah, I like words. Words are my first love, actually. Before music, I would gravitate towards first. So when I hear beautiful music that, you know, Dan, Gabe, Ike, Alex, and Mike make, it inspires me to write lyrics. And then the melody flows soon after because I just ride off their energy. And that's, I mean, there are many ways to write a song, but that's got to be my favorite one. Yeah. Like writing collaboratively during a jam session is my favorite way to write songs.
What about your inspo when you write? Where does that come from?
Ooh, well, I think inspiration can come from anywhere. It can come from that corner right there. For this particular EP, though, it was about time running out, how much time we have left, what you do with your time. So it's different facets of the concept of time.
Okay. So, well, we're super pumped to hear more from you tonight. So let's get to the next song. This one's also going to be a treat because apparently it's also unreleased.
Yes, it is.
So we'll talk more about it after we hear it.
Okay.
But here to perform her next song is Nicole Asensio performing Amused.
Beautiful stranger, those eyes seem familiar, like some kind of deja vu. Can't lie, I'm amused by the very thought of you. Your questions undress me, your mouth is a calamity, and I'll never be immune. Now I'm consumed, do you feel it too? Why does it seem like the stars have finally aligned? It feels just like good old times, moon drunk, tongue-tied, right about to dive in the blue, deeper into you, baby, I'm amused. This ain't the usual kind of smooth. Woo, yeah, you light my fuse like a rocket through the roof, shooting for the moon. Don't come down too soon. All I wanna do is be with your soul, stay and make it right. Hey. The night is amplified, you and I can come alive, tracing the motions of smoke and flame. I'm down to one bottle and you're barely awake. Another more rising, no more compromising. Dance beneath the cosmic canopies. In our solitude, we'll dive deeper in the blue. Deeper into you, baby, I'm amused. If only you knew that everything you do makes me move deeper in the groove. Every time that I look at you, yeah, you give me deja vu. Let me love you outside in. Tell me how you want me to begin. Cause I'll be coming in for seconds and maybe thirds. Every taste is like the first. Oh, this kind of love you ain't gotta earn. I'm like a moth to a flame. Keep asking to burn. I guess we never learn. Jump into the flames, deeper in the craze. Yeah, you light up all my days in 100,000 different ways. Ooh, you give me deja vu. Wanna replay all my days with you. You give me deja vu.
If you're just tuning in, this is Live Jam, and we're here with a very talented Nicole Asensio,
Thank you,
who
Nina.
just treated
Hello.
us with another unreleased track, which is called Amused. The reaction every time I say unreleased. Are you feeling pressure? Like, giving birth to these songs for the first time.
I don't know if I've given birth yet. I feel like the baby's still here. But it will be out next week.
Very
so
soon,
that is the birthing day.
Well, let's talk about that feeling a little bit. When you perform, I'm sure every song you make, especially, you know, not just for you, but also your collaborators, is very special and personal. How do you feel when you're putting them out into the world for the first time?
Well, I'm going to stand right here, right next to my ultimate collaborator and, you know, invite him into this process because we kind of write on the fly. That was the theme of this EP and the EP before it. We did a lock-in session, and whatever came from that session, it's a print thing. You re-record it, we release it.
Okay.
So we didn't really have time to, you know, brainstorm, hey, what are we going to write about this time? What are we going to do? What's it going to sound like? It was just, ta-da, let's jam, let's bring it into the studio, let's call these wonderful musicians and get it on record.
Yeah.
So it makes me nervous, but at the same time, I don't want to touch it too much because it is what it is. And then you let it go. You learn to just stop editing. Because, I mean, if it were up to me, I'd keep editing forever.
Of course.
Right? And I'm going to pass this mic to you.
Yeah, I think that for people who make songs, the songs sound way better to other people than they do to the artists themselves because it's a never ending. Like, that sounds too loud, that vocal is like too loud, the guitar is too soft, you know, or like we just gotta accept it at some point.
We just gotta accept it at some point. I like that.
You know when you say a word multiple times and then eventually it starts sounding wrong? Is that what it's like? I mean, I'm not a songwriter, but is that what it's
that
like?
Makes sense, huh?
Yeah.
Tama.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you mentioned that tonight with your set list, we're going to be hearing a lot of sides to your music, your musicality. So already now, I'm already hearing you're influenced by a wide range of genres. Like I'm hearing jazz, obviously, some rock, I would say alt rock, soul, and the one I mentioned initially, bossa nova. So would you say, okay, let's start with this. Who would you say your inspirations are for your music making, your sound?
I could never answer that question the same way twice. I will start with the people on stage with me. They're very good on their own as producers, songwriters, instrumentalists. So yes, I do feed off the musicians I work with. My family members, because they are really the ones who got me into music. But then if I must name like international or local artists that we all know and love, songwriting-wise, Sting. Vocal-wise, there's so many. Nina Simone, also Sting, Steven Tyler, Ella Fitzgerald. They're just too many, man.
And they're varied.
I there's not a lot of music I don't like. So for today, I'll keep the answer to the guys on stage with me. Kasi bukas iba na naman yan.
Well, it's always nice to have like a multitude of inspiration because there's a lot to draw from. But when you perform and when we hear you cutting across these different genres, how different is performing one from the other in terms of like the technique that you use?
I think for me it's almost all the same except if I have to shift to classical because it's a different, like technically speaking, it's a different muscle memory. I mean, I wouldn't know the medical term, but it just feels different.
Yeah.
But all the other genres like rock, soul, blues, for me it's just a matter of acting and reacting with the people I'm with. Like if he does a certain jazz lick, you know, that's gonna inspire me. If he plays a blues lick or if Dan plays like a soul set of chords, then I just go by that. But like bodily, I don't feel too different naman.
Okay. Well, we're live right now in case you're wondering, although you already knew that. We're live on Rappler's platforms on YouTube and Facebook, and we've got some comments earlier. So Tirso Ripple said,
"Oh my gosh, what's up? Razorback! Yun,
Rock it out,
influence ko
Nicole."
sila.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Tirso.
We love the support. Yes, he said rock it out, Nicole, and then the rock on emoji.
Yes, that's
And
very
then,
Tirso.
Do you also know this one? Ricky Cinco also.
Hey,
familiar?
what's up?
There. Ricky Cinco
Thanks for
says,
watching.
cool jazz music.
Thank you.
Nice, nice. If only you could hear it live here in the newsroom. It's a treat. But the next song you're going to perform, we have two more, guys, so don't worry. We have a couple more coming from Nicole. The next one you're performing is, I wouldn't say an oldie. It's relatively new, but it's from your most recent EP.
Yeah, this one
Yes.
we released in January. I'm actually going to ask Gabe here to introduce it because he helped me write it.
This one's called "Get It Right." It's
Yes.
I think it's the main song of the. I don't know. I don't even know why we have a main song, but yeah, it's one of the faster, more upbeat songs of the last EP, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks, Gabe.
All right, where we're looking forward to hearing it. So here to perform Get It Right is Nicole Asensio.
Why don't you tell me what I'm supposed to do? We playing guessing games, give me a clue. Silly me, I thought that things would change. Still we keep on making all the same old mistakes. Jump in the flames or drown in the blues. When you know it all feels the same. Feels like eternity since better days. I'm so tired, tired of hiding behind all the things that I can't say. Velvet skies, broken morning light. Just because my tears are dry, don't mean that I don't cry at night. I'm just trying to get it right. Break away from my mind, let me try. Flip and rewind, get it right. Try it right, roller coaster, we collide. Maybe this time, get it right. Come on. Hello, summer eyes. Lost myself in your reflection, trying to turn back the time. I apologize for keeping it all inside. Colonies of memories now wide. Velvet skies, broken morning light. Just because my tears are dry, don't mean that I don't cry at night. I'm just trying to get it right. Break away from my mind, let me try. Flip and rewind, get it right. Try it right, the roller coaster, we collide. Maybe this time, get it right. Come on. Sa larangan ng damdamin, di ko na natatanaw ang sukdulan ng dilubyo, ang pagsikat ng araw. Sa tuwing umingiti, kalahating buwan, unti-unti nawawala ang luhat-hati. Pahiwagang makata, nakakap sa tala, nais kong sumulat ng panibago kong talata. Malaya ka na ba? Maligaya ka na ba? the right roller coaster we call life. Maybe this time get it right. Break away from my mind, let me try. Flip the rewind. Ooh, when we try to get it right.
Welcome back to Live Jam. We're still here with Nicole Asensio, who just performed her track called Get It Right. Nice
Hi,
one.
Nina. Thank
Love
you so
that.
much. Thank you, boys.
I definitely heard the upbeat you were saying.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
I love, can I just say, I love how you just so casually switched to Filipino at a certain point in the song. Like, the segue is very smooth.
Thank you.
And I don't think, if you weren't really paying attention or if you're not trained to hearing how Filipino sounds, you wouldn't really notice the shift, which I think is very cool.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. It kind of became a common thread in
Yeah.
both EPs.
Yeah,
They're-
yeah, yeah.
All the outros are in Tagalog.
Ah, just the outro.
Yeah, for no reason. There's no deeper meaning. We just felt like it. That's
Well,
it.
it's a trademark now. Claim
Cool.
it.
Thank you. Hey.
All right. Well, we have a couple of people still vibing with us online who've been leaving comments. This one, we have a shout out for Gabe. So Franz
Hey.
Pakis, if you know him.
Hey.
Yeah, he says, "Hi Gabe, lupit mo."
Hey, man.
We love support. And then Joven Malabana Liles says, "Wow, love the music."
Thank you.
And then Paulo Hectobar is in disbelief. He just says, "Grabe."
Grabe. Grabe ka rin.
No words needed.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
Right. So that was from your EP you released last January. So
Yes, that's right.
quite recent. It's called Matter Over Mind. So you were saying this one that we're gonna be having next week. That EP is sort of a continuation. But can you
Yeah.
talk about first Matter Over Mind? Like, how is that experience like putting that out?
So matter over mind, it's the kabaliktaran, right? You usually tell people mind over matter.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, it's okay, just put your mind over matter. But I wrote that because I was struggling with some depression issues, and sometimes it's easier said than done. Sometimes the matter takes over the mind, and that's what this EP is about. I mean, it sounds happy, but lyrically, if you go into it, it's about the times na the matter took over the mind, and we should be allowed to, you know, come apart and be human, and, you know, explore that part of humanity before picking ourselves up and moving forward.
You have
So,
to feel it first.
You
go
have to
through
feel it. You have
first,
to go through it, and then you tell yourself, okay, there's a time limit. Let's go.
Right. Well, now you're gearing up for part 2. So changes over time. So story-wise, if that's Matter Over Mind, you know, you went through it. Changes over time. Does it tell us something next?
Well, I actually at first there was no deeper meaning behind it.
Yeah.
It was just a wordplay thing. Matter over mind changes over time. It was the syllabic word play, excuse me. But then it also became a theme because, you know, people come and go. Some of the people I used to see I don't see anymore, and I meet new people, and these are just the typical changes that happen over time. So that this EP is about, you know, celebrating those changes. They are what makes us who we are. So
How is the process like putting that EP together?
fast. I wish we had more time, but
Yeah.
that was the challenge. We had this
Oh.
funny little challenge where we wanted to lock in, write it, and then record it. And I must thank Gabe, Ike, and Dan, and this guy named Waxy who helped us mix and master it at Waxified Sound Production. He helped us do the finishing touches on the sound. So it's really a team effort, I suppose, that helped us finish it quickly. Because I would have taken more time, but I thought that the time was right to just let it
Yeah.
go.
All right. Well, it's never a bad thing to have music out in the world. So I'm sure, you know, rush or not, it's going to be great.
Hey, thanks, Nina.
But I asked you when we started, how are you feeling? I'm going to ask you again now. How are you feeling now?
So, like, because the songs we sang are mostly unreleased, so if we made a mistake, you wouldn't know. At least At least you would know till July 5, maybe.
Yeah.
So I feel a little better. And you see, these boys are smiling. And if they're smiling, I'm smiling.
Yeah.
So I feel good. And of course, no, to be, in all seriousness, okay, jokes aside, I'm really honored and grateful to be here in the Rappler office because you guys feature a lot of great musicians. There is a very long queue. So just to be standing here is a big opportunity. And we really, really, salamat. Thank you.
It's also been a pleasure, really, truly. I've been enjoying the song so much. I don't know if you see, but I'm just like, nah, nice. So good. But you mentioned earlier, I just noticed we're going in reverse in terms of like your songs. So from unreleased to the more familiar ones. So your last song for us, this one's an oldie, a bit of an oldie.
Yeah, it's a bit of an oldie.
Do you want to talk more about it? There's an interesting story to this, am I correct?
I wanted to try a different songwriting method, and crowdsourcing was my songwriting method for this. You know, a lot of people like to rant online about controversial things like politics. And it was a time where I was just seeing a lot of it. And it prompted the question, teka, anong gagawin mo if you were the one in the seat? So I just put a Facebook status on and I said, what would you do if you were president for one day? What would you change? Or not even president, like the leader of your community or family, whatever. And people started commenting on the status, and I only took the positive comments. And we kind of wrote lyrics based on what they commented. So if you're my Facebook friend and you commented on that, thank you. You are now credited as one of the songwriters for Leader for a Day.
But that's also, coming into that, that's kind of a double-edged sword because you don't know what kind of responses you're going to get. Yeah.
Which is why, you have to filter because like not all of them make good lyrics either. I mean, you pick and choose.
Yes. So there's still some storytelling involved because you have to weave together different ideas.
And it's the story of the people. It's not mine, actually. It's whoever commented the stories.
Okay, well, we're going to be here in a few, but before we do, and before we let you go, is there anything you want to say to our viewers?
You're going to let me go?
Oh,
no, I'm just
kidding.
kidding.
You can stay. You're welcome to stay.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to everyone who spent your Thursday night with us on Rappler Live Jam. We're really grateful. We hope to see you at the shows. May I invite you guys to come watch us live? Yeah. So we are launching this EP, which features 4 tracks, on July 4 in 19 East, Sukat. We are a bigger band usually, so it'll be 8 of us playing on that night. Nice. And then on Sunday in Salon Dineng, the Peninsula, Manila, we are also doing a second launch, which is also my birthday. So hey, let's celebrate. Hello, July celebrants. Thank you very much.
Let's go, Cancer babies.
Hey, let's celebrate together. Seriously, I mean, come by Salon Dineng. It's a beautiful spot. That's July 7. On July 11, we are doing something we've never done before in a beautiful spot in Poblacion, which is very, very private, but very, very beautiful. It's called the Asbury. Check it out. We're doing like a Salvador Dali surreal meets soul type night there on July 12. July 12. And then on July 19, we will be in 78 Salcedo. The interesting thing about it, no mics, no PA system. The place is beautifully acoustically treated, and you will be able to experience the live sound as if we were jamming in your living room. So if you want to experience that, come to 78 Salcedo on July 19, and July 26 will be in the Spirits Library. And the rest of August, I'll be posting because we're going to try and get out of Manila. We're going to be in Cebu, we're going to be in Baguio and other places. So we'll catch up on social media. And on social media, you can follow us at Nicole Asensio on Instagram and at
so10.cal.
so10.cal.
so10.cal. So local on Instagram, on Facebook, I'm Nicole Asensio. I will also be tagging each one of the boys. So if you want to follow them and their individual projects, please do. And I hope to see you guys online, in person, lahat.
May pahabol lang na comment si John Kenneth.
Hi.
Panergayo, he asks, may reunion po ba para sa dati mong band na General Luna?
Gusto namin, actually, we've been planning it. But we're not all in the Philippines. So maybe, Like Alex is serving in the U.S. Navy. So maybe at a time and place that we can all be in the same place, then yes, we will plan it. We don't know when that is yet, but hopefully soon. Kasi ako gusto ko.
Yeah.
And they've also expressed na gusto nila. It's just a matter of timing.
Oh, John Kenneth, don't worry. You have plenty of opportunities to watch Nicole naman. So
You can watch each of us.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys are booked and busy, which is a very good problem to have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm grateful. It's a good season. It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
season.
yeah. Well, we're looking forward to it and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Sheena.
you so much for being here. We've had a blast. And to everyone also for tuning in, thank you so much for watching as always. If you feel like you want to talk more about music or, you have some thoughts about anything pop culture related, we have an app. It's called Rappler Communities. And there's a QR code right here on the screen, which you can scan and join. That channel is a space for everyone to talk about anything under the sun related to entertainment, like I said, pop culture and stuff. So if you want to talk more about music, maybe if you are a fan of Nicole, you can sound off in that channel and we can talk more. But thank you for watching. I'm your host, Nina Liu, and here to close off our show with a track Leader for a Day is Nicole Asensio.
If I was leader for just one day, I'd build a city free of hate. I tell the people, drop the cross on your back and use the wood to build your new estate. Free food, free beer, free flowing open kitchens, equal rations to eliminate hate. Current money won't count itself, so you can't change the numbers in a long, long paper trace. I know I may not have much time to make a change. Oh, don't have the army or the money, but I got a cause. How long will it take? Ooh, would you make me leader for just one day? Yeah. Ooh, you do. Would you make me leader for just one day? Taxi drivers would be perfect gents and take exactly where you like to go. Now that walking's not an option, and the grass would be greener, and those shoes all good to go. I put the glasses in the garden instead of stuffy rooms. I throw those textbooks out the window. I'm still debating if there'd be any internet, 'cause if there was, it shouldn't be damn slow. No, I may not have much time to make a change. Oh, don't have the army or the money, but I got a cause. How long would it take? Ooh, would you make me leader for just one day? Yeah. Ooh, you do. Would you make me leader for just one day? And when the crocodile cops come to check in on the people, all the pockets would be sewn up tight. Nowhere to slip the secret stash or catch something folded by the speed and beat of red streetlights. The innocent man will break free from the walls that framed him against his rights, and take the key to the life of each sister and each brother, crying for an open sky. listen up, y'all. I said no paying taxes and safe bus companies. No withheld information from the schools to the youth to the shows on TV. I'm talking better weather warnings, and safe evacuation. Fair priced electricity. There should be no man rewriting history. Zoning for infrastructure, for every mall, 10,000 trees. Everyone well informed on reproduction, so I'd give respect for all religions. This is my call for revolution. This is my call for resolution. This is my call for revolution. This is my call for resolution. For